Hey, welcome to Sailing Britican. We help people to take the exciting leap from living on land to becoming full-time live-aboard cruisers. Our videos have been created to show you what the cruiser life is like. These episodes are made possible by the support from our Patreon patrons and Britican Club members. If you'd like access to our premium content and to Simon and Sienna and I, please become a Patreon or Club member.
The details will be down below.
In this episode, Simon will show you our passage plan from Guadeloupe to Dominica, in addition to clips from our sail. We include what happens when a stopcock goes wrong. There's a bit on homeschooling, do-it-yourself sushi, a cruiser's potluck, diving lessons, a chat from a local about the hurricane damage, our passage plan to Roseau, Dominica's capital city, our voyage with a fish story, our time spent on Sea Cat's moorings. We'll then show you our passage plan to Martinique and some of the rough weather we went through, and we'll end with some flaming bananas.
Okay, Guadeloupe's here, and where we're going is Dominica down there. But we are in the Ile de Saints, which is beautiful, and I love it down here. And our plan was to come out this way and go down here, but Pura Vida left about half an hour before us, and as they got to this point here, they said that the French fishermen were putting a net across the gap there and going to get a little bit dangerous. So we decided to go up and around. So Rondo and I went up and around here and then came down, and we were going down into Portsmouth, where we've been before. The guys there run the pays for the yachties down there. What actually happened was, as we came out here, it got a little bit more stronger wind than we thought, and we had to keep reefing down. We had a epic sail down here, but it was quite blowy, but it was fast and a bit bouncy for us. It's only 20 miles, the rails were in the water, and it was quite exciting. It took us 2.5 hours to, less than 2.5 hours to get in.
And here's a few clips from our fast voyage. Once we were in the lee of the land, the winds calmed down, but we discovered our bilge was going off. Bit of water here. Oh gosh, I see. This is, yeah, it's like draining out of the washing machine. That's not cool. It doesn't look to me that it's going down, but it's not pouring out so much. So we got wet floor. Simon heard the bilge go off.
No, I actually heard it.
You heard it?
I heard it, yes.
Yeah. Well, good ears.
Thank you.
I mean, this is something that you probably don't think of. I mean, some people close certain stopcocks when they sail.
We'll have a note on the door, and
Yeah.
it will say, turn off stopcock.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
Yeah, I think that, especially this one. We entered the harbor and tied onto one of the many mooring balls. A representative from PAYS, or the Portsmouth Association of Yacht Services, greeted us upon arrival.
Yeah.
Welcome on the island.
Yeah, thank you.
That's good to see you come back again.
We had a great sail across here, but what's happened is we have a drain that goes through and comes out of this stopcock down here, and the pipe is not straight through flow. It goes down, back up, and then out. And what's happening with all the sargasso weeds, they're dropping in there, little bits, and it's collected down the bottom, because this black tube now goes down and then back up, and then it's on a T-junction there. It's the outlet for the washing machine, and we've had that open, and water's stopped going down there, gone through there, and the only place it has left to go is into the washing machine.
Do you think water's filling up on the deck, going into the deck drain, instead of exiting the boat is filling up the washing machine?
Yes, I do. So I've shut off to the washing machine, and what we're going to try and do is take everything out of there and see if I can flush this through. Otherwise I'm going to have to try and blow it out, which I can do, but I'm thinking there's a lot of seaweed there, I'd rather just try and get the line going straight.
While Simon went to book us in, Sienna and I started homeschooling. We were trying to learn about saltwater creating buoyancy. So it says fill the bowl or mug halfway with warm water. Gently place the egg in the water. Okay, so what happened? It sank? Yeah? Okay, take the egg out of the water. Add a spoonful of salt and stir the salt until it disappears.
Think that's good enough?
Yeah, let's try it. Okay, stir it in. Okay, and put the egg in and see.
It's not all disappeared yet.
Okay.
Insects.
Okay, let's try adding more salt. Do you think it's super salted?
See.
Ooh. Is it still sinking?
It's just this. I told you this egg's heavy.
I wonder how much salt we have to put in to make that sucker float. We eventually tossed the egg into the sea to see what would happen, and it sunk. Simon returned from booking us all into Dominica. So Sienna dropped the Q flag and raised the Dominica flag. Next on our agenda was to enjoy fresh sushi and a potluck on sailboat Roseau, aka Princess Fluffy. On the way down, they caught a beautiful yellowfin tuna.
How is it?
Does it need more spice?
Good.
Like another.
So we're making sushi. So we went to a French restaurant last night and Mike has got all presentation, he's put the wasabi like that. So how's the sushi, kids?
I like it.
How is it, Katie Grace?
Good. It's delicious. Sushi's not one of my favorites.
It was good.
So they kind of got turned off a little bit.
The tuna? Yeah,
They're
good.
catch today.
Yeah,
Me
well
losing
done, man,
another
well done.
fish. Me losing another.
Come on, Kim, you gotta try it.
I know. Well done. They have a
I've got a bottle.
1800. What is it called?
Is it good?
1942.
After the kids devoured the sushi, they hung out on the front of the boat playing Truth or Dare. We met another kid boat with 3 girls aboard, so the kids from Rondo, Pura Vida, and Britican were enjoying their new friends. As always, we were spoiled for choice for dinner and entertainment. The following day, we had the kids over. First priority was to bake brownies.
We need a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup. Okay.
While the brownies were baking, the kids had jumping off the boat competitions. And it came to our discovery that Michael from Rondo didn't know how to dive yet. Wow, we just got a delivery.
Aren't they beautiful?
They're gorgeous, so Providence's wife has sent them over to us. We met Providence in 2016 when we first went to Dominica. He's a member of the PAYS organization. Make sure to watch our video entitled The Caribbean's Largest Secret, Dominica. And if you want to laugh, check out our short video about sperm whales in Dominica. You'll see Simon jump off the boat and swim with a gigantic whale and listen to me hyperventilate. On this occasion, we invited some of our boat friends over to meet Providence, his lovely wife, and family. Providence kindly retold the story of the hurricanes of 2017, explaining the lead-up, destruction, and what the country has done to recover.
I mean, it's the only island in the Caribbean that you come to on arrival to the bay, like you did. Someone would come out and just say welcome to you as you arrive.
Yeah. Okay, so here in Dominica, and our old 2-stroke 25 has gone to a new home. It was broken, but they're saying that they can fix it, and hopefully it's been given to a one-armed man who can't afford to buy a dinghy, so it's gone. It's going down over there now, so that's good. Fingers crossed it'll work, and we'll come up and see it next year. We were in Dominica and we were in Portsmouth, and we decided to go to Roseau, which is the capital, or just south of Roseau, which is 21 miles down here, and we were going to use these mooring balls here, and in a couple of the boats that we were travelling with, we're going to do the Boiling Lake. So that's why we went down there. So it's 20 miles. We were hoping for a nice sail because we're on the lee of the island and it would have been nice conditions, but there was no wind really, so we actually had to motor about 3/4 of it.
To head south to Roseau, Dawa, our Britican Experience crew member, slipped our lines for us. If you want to make sure that you successfully tie onto a mooring ball and also let one go, make sure to purchase our guide, Mooring Balls Explained, a checklist for a secure mooring. And if you'd like to join us on Britican, we now provide a try before you buy live aboard experience for people and families. If you're thinking of transitioning to a life on the sea, take a test drive with us. More information can be found on sailingbritican.com.
Thank you, Prince Rupert Bay, for having us. Thank you, Prince Rupert Bay, having us. Fantastic again.
Simon made one last call to Providence and the Pays team, thanking them and saying goodbye.
For the season ever.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful fair weather, and I'll be standing by on 16th.
So we're motoring along Dominica right now. Not a single breath of wind. And so we put the fishing line out, and looks like it's something big. That is deep concentration.
I think it's a mahi-mahi way fighting. What do I know? Probably seaweed. That was a big tuna.
That was a huge tuna.
That was like this big at least.
You can definitely smell the seaweed. Okay, we're going through a bit here. A lot of times you can see like the mahi-mahi or other big fish right underneath. Did we catch something?
Yeah, seaweed.
Seaweed. Getting the nice 25 to 30 knots of wind. Nice to be sailing instead of motoring. And Dominica is looking beautiful. There's like mist all along. There are the clouds. Fantastic. Got 2 knots of wind. Was blowing 25 to 30 5 minutes ago, but it's gone now. Do you see any big fish in all the seaweed? You just feel comfortable because you've been here before, so you don't feel like something bad's happening. Because sometimes when boats come up to you, it's a little disconcerting because you're thinking, oh, are they trying to sell me something or whatever? But this guy's working for Seacat, so he will help us tie onto a mooring ball here. And it kind of just feels like, I don't know, coming home to a place you've been. Okay, thank you. Okay, take a look at this hotel. Note that there's no roof left. All the windows are blown out and it's essentially destroyed. Here's a clip that I took in 2016 when we were last there. It's sad to see such destruction. Simon's talking about how big the fish was. The kids are all playing on Pura Vida. Carpe Ventum is next to us, and behind them Sea Y'all, and then back there is Rondo, and further back is Peace and Love. Our friends on Dauntless also came into the mooring field, so there were quite a few of us. The famous Seacat popped over to our boat to find out who was interested in doing a tour.
Yeah, we've met before.
We met before.
2 years ago.
Alright, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing your friends on soon.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
After Seacat left, Katie Grace from Pura Vida did a presentation for us about aquatic toads. Instead of presenting to a classroom, she had a different but equally captive audience in the anchorage.
The female lays her eggs and the male toad puts the eggs on top of the mother's back. Eventually a layer of skin grows over the eggs.
Whoa.
When the eggs hatch, the tadpoles sit there until they are grown, and then as tiny adults they break out. the mother's back
tiny
and
adult.
swim
That is
away.
a
Break out of the skin.
That's a terrible
Isn't that
pimple.
disgusting?
Gross. That's it? Is there more?
Good job, PJ.
I got no.
So just got up. It's 6:30 in the morning. We got Rondo behind us leaving, and we've also got Pura Vida right there. So we're all heading off, and we're going to Martinique now. So looking forward to some baguettes and brie cheese.
Okay, here is Dominica, Roseau, the capital, and we were going down to Martinique. So it was a pretty easy straight sail down, and we came into Saint-Pierre. Lovely village, absolutely stunning, beautiful, people are ever so friendly there. But when we anchored, I went and dived on the anchor, and we happened to, unknown to us, that non-marked, was a net that went from the land out to this point here, and we anchored over it, and we it got all wrapped around, so it took me quite a while to untangle us, and then we re-anchored further south of it, so we didn't disturb the net, which is a little bit unusual for being in that. We weren't expecting that.
It's the last we're going to see of Dominica for a little while, but we will be back.
Thank you, Dominica. It's been wonderful again. Nice and relaxing for us this
Yes,
time.
it's been super relaxing. We didn't do anything really. We just stayed here and looked at the beautiful country from the water.
Thank you, Dominica, for having us. It was great fun. Beautiful country. I want to go back.
We left a few of our boat friends behind to do the Boiling Lake hike with Seacat. He's been offering moorings and doing hikes for more than 20 years. We highly recommend boaters to stop in Dominica and explore. It's an exceptionally beautiful island.
Work it, baby, work it.
Pura Vida there. Rondo there. And here we are.
Engines off, boys. It's just this island is just moving the wind around so much.
Okay, we're coming out into open sea.
9-6.
9-7. Wow. We'll get to Martinique.
9-8.
Oh my gosh, 9-8. We're gonna get to Martinique in no time if we keep this up.
Pencil in a bit.
Wow. He's gonna reef in the Genoa. He's just pulling that in a little bit because we just got hit with over 30 knots.
Hey Rondo, we are flying. What speed are you doing, over?
We're doing 10, but I think we're gonna reef some more.
Wow, you're doing 10. Awesome.
We always pull the reel in when we pass big patches like that.
That would have been another ball of seaweed.
Yeah. We got a double rainbow. Just taking all our sails down because it's getting really rough. And Simon's just put the radar on to see if we can see the storm and just which way it's tracking. Not that we can do anything about it. Oh man! That was a big one! You see, it's kind of clear over there, so hopefully this is just the side of it that's passing through us. So we're getting the jib out. We are sailing again. How you doing down there? So there's the top of the volcano, and then right there is like, maybe it's a crater. Maybe that's what blew when it did blow. And then it stretches all the way down. And then into ports are into the town here. And the lava just came all the way down here and covered this town. I think it was around the turn of the century. So we anchored, and Simon dived on the anchor like you should always do, and he discovered that there is a fishing net going underneath us, stretching from way out there, and it's coming all the way to the shore. So we went to pick up the anchor because we found out that we were over this net. So it's one of those nets that lays along the bottom but raises up like 3 feet. Simon says there's all sorts of fish and rays and all sorts caught in it. And so we thought, well, we better pick up our anchor. When picking up our anchor, our chain might have gotten stuck in the stupid net. So, well, to be continued. Simon eventually freed our anchor chain from the net, and we moved our boat to another location. It's a bit strange that a fisherman would set a net straight through an anchorage, but at least we discovered the issue and remedied the situation. And here's Sienna bringing down the Dominica flag and raising the Q flag. Normally we do it earlier, but it was a bit rough out there today. So we're in Martinique, and everybody just got off the boat. All the boats, we've got Dauntless, Pura Vida, and Rondo, and they're all going to check in, like all the families, like everybody's going. But it's really kind of strange because I was taking some pills called Quells for seasickness, and they were doing a great job, and then I decided to slowly stop taking them. So lately I haven't taken any seasick pills, which is really good because they really can cause you to be quite drowsy for a long time. But now what I'm experiencing is I'm actually feeling pretty good when we're sailing, and today was super rough. We went through, you know, quite a squall. But what I'm realizing is that I actually feel kind of a bit sick when we stop. So we're anchored now, and I'm on the boat, and probably the best thing I should do is just go for a swim because it is beautiful here. So it's really, really beautiful. Instead, I told everybody else to go into town, and I'm just gonna take a nap. That evening, after I felt better and was much more refreshed, we met some more boat buddies in the anchorage and went out to enjoy some delicious French cuisine. In our next episode, you'll see more of Martinique and travel with us to St. Lucia. Remember to visit sailingbritican.com to find out more about our sailing guides, Britican Club, and learn about our week-long Britican live-aboard sailing experience offering.